Nice one. Check my drag. Look at that. Oh, is he going to stay on there? There's only one little hook in him. But I suppose when you're fishing them regular too, there's only one little hook in them too, huh? Okay, let's see what happens. Now the trick with the stick bait is to make sure you don't get a handful of hooks as you're doing this. So normally we try to do the belly lift, so I'm going to get down here if I can. As I get older, it gets harder to do the belly lift, but we got them. Beautiful fish. All right. There we go. Hi folks, I'm Jim Hanley. I'm your host of Northeast Outdoors. And today I'm on Lake Erie and I'm doing a little bit of fishing all different ways. All different types of baits I'm using to catch a couple different groups of fish. Catching some pre-spawn females and males in very shallow water, and also throwing a tube in deep water when the shallow water bite gets slow. But beautiful fish. Just caught this one on a reef runner. This is a fried chicken. As it was following my spinnerbait, he didn't take my spinnerbait, so I threw the stick bait back there and jerked it and came right out and grabbed it. So great show. We're going to show you all kinds of great tips today. Goodbye. Let's watch him swim away. And there he goes. Look at that little black form down there. How cool. Stained water. Oh, look at him. There he goes. He's got it. Yeah. All right. Came after it, missed it, came back and got it again. Oh, do I love it on a short line. Oh, baby. Woo. Oh, boy, is that fun. Holy smokes. What a nice fish. Okay. Well, that was fun. Hit it, missed it, and come back. Hit it, rip it, knock it around. That was the old cheer of my daughter's baseball team. Yeah, come here, Mr. Smallmouth. I got heavy line on here so I can just haul you in, and that's a nice fish. It's a nice spinnerbait fish, a Lake Erie spinnerbait smallmouth. Look at that. All right. Love it. He got it on the inside hook. See that? We put trailer hook on there. And he nailed it on the main hook. So here's our trailer hook back here, which we're going to show you as our tip of the day, how to rig that up. And he twisted that thing around so bad. Let's see, how many times did he get? Look at that. Twisted that around. Beautiful fish. And he's in this stained water, so he doesn't even look like a typical Lake Erie smallmouth, but he sure is. All right. Way to go. Come on, fishy. Yeah. You know, when we first got here, I was getting a lot of strikes, but I was missing them. So for our tip of the day, what I'd like to share with you is how to rig a spinnerbait so that you don't miss so many. This is a big old Colorado thumper blade, I call it. It's got an extra cup on it. It really thumps along, kind of wears your arms out too. But anyway, when I first started fishing, I think the bass were either nipping at the skirt like this or just interrupting the cadence of the blade. I was feeling them hit it. So I put a trailer hook on it. Now this is real common down south in a lot of places where spinnerbaits are fished a lot, but being on Lake Erie here, it's kind of unusual. But let me just show you the trick that I use. And you notice I have the hook facing the opposite way, so you know, if he bites, I can get him either in the bottom of the jaw or in the top of the jaw if he gets the whole thing in there. What I do is I take a regular trailer hook. Now, a regular trailer hook has a real big eye. You can't use a regular hook. They need to be almost specifically a trailer hook. And I have some surgical tubing. Now, what I do is I can either cut a piece of the surgical tubing first, or just for demonstration purposes, I will just leave it right on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the eye of the hook into the surgical tubing. You can see it right there. And then I'll either use my my pliers or a pair of scissors or something, and I'm going to cut it off right here, just about the same length. Put it over the hook like this, put it in there, and the surgical tubing not only keeps it from slipping off and rattling around, but it keeps it right in line too. Works out great. Great tip for catching short, striking Smallmouth bass. Feels like a nice one. They stop biting that spinnerbait and they're jumping on the reef runner. Jumping on that stick bait. There he is. He's coming up now. Oh yes, I love it. Oh, there's another one with him too. Ooh, if I had a partner in the boat right now, I'd just tell him to grab a tube and throw the tube down there and he would probably catch him. Oh, this one's a good fighter. Wow, he does not want to come up. That is a nice fish. A nice one. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull him around this side of the boat so I can get at him better because my rods are in the way. That's one of our biggest ones today. There we go. Look at that. Oh, what a beautiful bass. What a beautiful bass. All right. Okay, big boy, come here. Whoa! See, they're not super aggressive because that was not quite in its mouth all the way, but that is a beautiful fish. Oh man, look at that. Big fatty. Okay, that hook is just stuck. Get that out of the way so we're both. Look at that. Woo, baby. I love it. And you wonder why I fish for a living. All right, we're gonna go to a commercial break, folks. When we come back, we're gonna have more great fishing, hunting, and all right, hi folks, thanks for staying with us. I'm Jim Hanley, your host of Northeast Outdoors. As I said in the open of the show, I'm here with Captain Doug Stein. Doug is the president of the Niagara River Anglers Association, and they have a real interesting program that they've been carrying on for a little bit, and we wanted to show you a little bit about it. It's called the Pen Rearing Project, and Doug, can you tell us a little bit about what goes on?
Yes, 3 years ago, the Niagara River Anglers, along with 4 other groups across Lake Ontario, started a pen rearing project. And the idea was similar to the thinking of what a goose would be. If you raise it in a certain area, it would return to that area. Right. Well, so inside Williams Marine here, we have 6 pens, and 4 of them we have 75,000 Chinook salmon, and in 2 of them we have 10,000 steelhead. The idea is to raise them here, let them smolt or go through their growing up process there, right. And hopefully at that time, as they say, you know, put them here and they'll come right back to here.
Exactly.
The thinking is that they'll come right back to here, right back to Williams Marine even. There's something to do with chemical imprinting in the water of a certain area, and I guess it's worked real well. They've done studies up in Oswego on their steelhead project, and out of the 18 fish sampled up there, 16 of them were pen-reared fish.
Wow, that's a good return.
Yeah, so things are really looking bright for the Niagara River and actually for all Lake Ontario.
That's great. Now you were telling me that you raise them to a certain point or a certain coloration before you let them go.
Yeah, when we get the fish, as far as the salmon goes, we get them at roughly 150 fish per pound. We try to hold them through the smolting stage, which is roughly 80 to 90 per pound. Right. So we're actually letting them grow through their adolescent stage into their completing their smolting cycle. All the par marks on the side, it looks like perch marks where there's stripes on the side. Hopefully when we release them, all those marks would be gone, which is an indication that they would have gone through their smolting stage. Now the steelhead, we get them at roughly 60 per pound, and we tried to release them at 12 to 15 per pound, and we're almost there now.
Much bigger. They were considerably bigger than
the
salmon.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, have we gotten any returns in the Niagara River from any of the fish that you've released?
Last year was our first year that we actually had the DEC did a fin clipping on our fish here. Right. So probably next year we're going to run an angler's survey out here to find out actually what fish. I don't even know what fins were clipped. I can't remember at this point, but and we should see a significant return.
Well, that's great. Now, it's definitely a club effort because everybody comes down here at certain times of day and you have to feed them regularly, and they're kind of like your babies, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a pretty intense project, a volunteer group. We feed them 5 times a day. Usually 2 people are led here to feed them 5 times a day, and it goes on for 3 to 4 weeks.
Oh, that's great. It's really fun to watch them grow too, I'll bet you.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah, they're our babies. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
And Williams Marine feels the same way about them. They're babies too.
Right, and that's wonderful of them to donate that space and the time to have them here.
We think our project is probably the best in the system.
I'll bet it is.
Yep.
I bet it is. And speaking of Niagara River Anglers Association, you have members all over the place, don't
Yes,
you?
we do.
Big,
Yep.
big club. So
850 members.
that's tremendous. If somebody wanted to join the Niagara River Anglers Association, can you give us a phone number, or address, whatever?
Well, you can call myself at area code 716-774-0077, or our treasurer really handles our membership, and his name is John Rainey at area code 716-283-7950, and he'll be more than happy to send out an application.
Oh, that'd be great. Hey, it's a tremendous project, Doug.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks for being on the show.
Pleasure.
Be back for many more, I hope.
I hope so.
Sounds great.
Yep.
All right, folks. Hey, we'll be back in just a few minutes with more bass fishing on Lake Erie, my favorite place to fish. Don't. He's got a mouthful of hooks. All right. Let's see if we can should be able to swing him up. Yep. All right, hi folks. I'm Jim Hanley, your host of Northeast Outdoors, and I'm going to try not to get my finger stuck with a hook. There we go. And I am fishing on Lake Erie, as I said in the open of the show, using a few different baits today. Fishing with big old thumper spinner baits and reef runner stick baits, and catching smallmouth bass. Not a big one, but an aggressive one to hit a bait that's almost as big as he is. Boy, it'd take him a while to swallow that, wouldn't it? But anyway, having a good time. We're going to teach you a lot on today's show, and hope you pay attention. Ready, big boy? Here you go. Yeah. Oh, he was quick to get Twitch, twitch. That's my pattern. Twitch, 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 twitch. Get the bait moving real good. And you never want to reel line in with the reel. Actually, you're using the rod tip, and then you just crank the line up from there. And that's the best pattern to work for these spring smallmouth. A largemouth, smallmouth, well, just bass in general. Just twitch, 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 and that'll work out real good. Oh, and it works. So that little murky water area again, and look what happened. I love it. There he is. Come on there, big boy. Let's see you jump. He's gonna jump. He's not done. He's not done. Come on. He's not done. Now he hit it. Now these are not huge bass, but boy, they are nice ones. And I will take them like this all day long, and as long as I don't get my fingers in there, let's belly lift him. Or actually, we won't even belly lift him, we'll gill grab him. I don't squeeze him too hard that I would hurt him, but gotta watch out when you got a lot of hooks here, folks, because they are sharp. These are these reef runner stick baits have got a lot of hooks on them. Pretty fish, aren't they? Oh, I just love it. I just love it. All right. Okay. Come on, big boy. And there he goes. All right. Whew. Reef runner. Hot bait today. Hot bait. This is the same color we use for our walleye fishing too, and it just so happens it's working real good on our smallmouth too. So, been a very productive morning with several different baits. Caught fish on spinner baits in Texas and in Florida and Alabama and Carolinas. It's a great bait. It's not one that we generally catch a ton of fish on in Lake Erie, but when the time's right, and it's pre-spawn right now, and we've got shallow water temperature's right, and the fish are just very active, and we're fishing kind of a little pattern of just big boulders, and we found a little stained water patch, and they're right in that area. A lot of fish in here. Just keep making passes through there and catch one and spook a couple and then let them settle and go back a little bit. So the nice part about fishing here on Erie this time of year is there's so many different patterns going on. I can catch them deep. I can catch them shallow like this on spinner baits or stick baits or tubes. And also, you know, some of the methods that maybe many of you across the country are used to, like throwing a spinner bait. Many people just aren't used to fishing in the type of situations that I am in 30 or 40 feet of water and being comfortable with it. Many people feel quite uncomfortable fishing that deep. So if that's the case and you get up here for the spring fish, you can have a great time too, because you can fish this spot any way you want. If you want more information about fishing here on Lake Erie and my neck of the woods near Buffalo, matter of fact, there's Buffalo, New York in the background right there, is look us up in the World Wide Web at www.northeastoutdoors.com. And I also update a talking phone book hotline report, and that's 716-844-1111, extension 4142. That's 716-844-1111, extension 4142. Yeah, you whacked that spinnerbait. Nice fish. Oh man, look at him go. Look at him go. Oh yes, I love it. Tail walking all the way. Look at that. Oh, nice fish. Nice Smalley. Nice one. Oh yeah. Hit that big old thumper blade. Just on some off-color water too. Oh, look at him. Yes, baby. Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. Yeah. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Oh, got him with the trailer and with the regular hook. And I'm gonna have to be very careful here so I don't stick my thumb in two hooks. Get one out at a time. They've been short striking it so much that I needed to use that second hook. And I got them on both of them. Wow, that's a beautiful fish. All right, look at that. Oh, a 4-pounder, nice. Great way to end the show. Hey folks, we're really glad you could join us today on our Lake Erie Fishing with a Little Bit of Everything show for smallmouth bass. Just remember, when you're out here and you're fishing, it doesn't matter if it's in New York, fishing for smallmouth on Lake Erie, or hey, somewhere down in North Carolina turkey hunting. It's all creation, and that creation was made just for you, so enjoy it. While you're enjoying it, take a moment to look up and give thanks. I'm Jim Hanley. See you next time, but I'm not going to quit fishing. Bye.
Today's show was brought to you by Lake Ontario Sport Fishing in Niagara and Oswego counties. Come feel the real thing. Galleons, the sports and outdoor adventure store. For the store near you, call 888-COOLEST. The Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Alliance. Visit the website at trca.org. Onegano's Pure Water, as pure as nature intended. And Gilogly Chevrolet Central.